Well, there's always an argument, Messi and Ronaldo, right? Messi's the natural, Ronaldo's hard work. Where does Harry Kane fall into that? Is he naturally gifted as a footballer, or was it hard work?
I wouldn't say it was naturally gifted because he came through quite late. Do you know what I mean? He'd had spells at other places.
He had like 10
and he didn't play anywhere, so you can't say then it's natural. It's got to be hard work, because you've seen now that when he gets on his left foot, he's just as comfortable hitting it just as his right foot, and that takes time. You can't go out at practice once a week and go, I hit some shots with my left foot and then not work on that again. You've got to stay there religiously after training every day, working on your technique, working on your heading, and to put the time in. And now you can see that any time the ball comes anywhere near him in the box, it's usually a goal.
Did you give him any advice?
No, I'm sure I would have had a conversation with him, but at the time, I mean, I was fighting alongside Defoe, Berbatov, Keane, so he probably exactly. I had to work on my own technique rather than going to help him.
Understood. What about when Harry Kane first burst onto the scene, which seems like a long time ago? There were accusations he'll only be a one-season wonder. I think he's put that to bed for club and country,
absolutely.
No question.
And I think it is hard work. I think it's that everyone trying to put him down. I think he's chasing Alan Shearer's record of all-time Premiership goal scorer. I think he's desperate for that. I think he'll be after the Premier League, the England one as well. So he's set himself goals, and he knows that the only way he's going to get that is by working hard. I don't think he is naturally the gifted type like a Messi or anything like that. He's had to work hard at it. But we don't see what he does behind the scenes. I'm sure that he'll be working very, very hard at Tottenham to make sure that he is the best he can be all the time.
Do you think he can break those records? I mean, Alan Shearer's record is...
that one there, I think, is out of reach. I mean, that 260, I mean, we've seen some incredible strikers come over here, have unbelievable records and get nowhere near that. I mean, 260 is insane. I mean, just think about he had 100 goals before he left Blackburn. And people don't even remember him at Blackburn. They only think of him about his Newcastle days. So I think that one's pushing it, but I do believe he'll break the England goal scoring record. I think he's on about near around 30 mark.
Yeah, he could.
And it's around, I think the record's 55 or something, 55 to 54.
Yeah,
I think he'll break that.
I think he'll struggle to break the Premier League one. I think that's the toughest one, isn't it? Like you say, there's so many that have tried. The big thing is as well is that you don't know how if he's gonna stay at Tottenham.
That's the biggest one.
If they don't sort of challenge for the top four, the Premier League, Champions Leagues, how frustrated is he going to get? Is he happy to be a one-club man, or does he want to go and try and win trophies somewhere else? Because he won't be sure to take us.
Well, that's the thing. Everything you've discussed is more of an individual record, goals.
Yeah.
You can score goals at any club as long as you're within England, you're competing in the Premier League, obviously, then you're going to be going after that, an individual target. Do you think he should move to a club which challenges more, has more history winning trophies?
You probably have to say that his ability and the amount of goals he's scored, you'd have to say probably yes. But it's a case of where does he go? Now, you start looking around Premier League teams, he's not going to get in Liverpool's team now, because Firmino, for me, is outstanding centre forward. Manchester City, Aguero, he's not going to oust him. Then after that, where does he go? Because you'd have to say Spurs are probably the next on the ladder.
You go United.
United's
if
the other one.
If he wants that challenge. The thing for me, when you grow up and it's your team. Now, if I was to go to, I don't know, Tottenham and win, or Manchester City and win title after title, would it mean as much as winning one trophy here for your boyhood team? I don't think it would. Yeah. I'd rather win that one trophy at my boyhood team.
It was Roy Keane, wasn't it, last weekend?
Yeah.
To sort out the argument, it was at Old Trafford. He said that Harry Kane should just come to United if they're looking for a striker.
I mean, you look at Alan Shearer. I mean, yeah, he won the title at Blackburn, but if you asked him when he had the opportunity to go to United, when he was at Newcastle scoring them goals, does he regret not going to United and winning all them Premier Leagues, or staying there and breaking Newcastle's all-time goal scoring record? And I believe he probably would still have picked staying at Newcastle because it's his boyhood club. Yeah. He loved it.
How do you look back at your career? So you just look at the goals, or do you think, oh, what could have been?
Yeah, you always look at what could have been. You always say you could do more.
That's the thing. Did you ever have an opportunity to move to a club which would really compete? I know Spurs obviously are in the mix at times.
Yeah, there was times. It was timings for me. I remember having conversations with Rafa Benitez when I left Charlton. He told me to wait, and then obviously they brought in a guy called Fernando Torres, if you remember him.
Who's that? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So when you look at things like that, but then you do always think, well, what could have been, and you could have done more, and you wish you'd have done more. But at the same time, you're always immensely proud. I mean, I represented my country. Warney did the same. It's just a case of being proud of what you achieved, the amount of goals I scored, but there's always that burning desire. I wish I could have just gone a little bit more, but obviously it wasn't meant to be.
My biggest regret was not getting back here. I was at Aston Villa at the time, and Liverpool came back in for me to come here, and it didn't work out for me.
Why?
A few things.
Okay.
I think there was money issues. I think there was a loan fee that Aston Villa slapped on it right at the end. That Liverpool didn't want to pay that much. There was certain things with agents doing things behind your back that didn't quite work out. So
who was the manager here at the time?
Kenny was the manager, Kenny Dalglish. And
could you have come here and won? Was it the League Cup you won?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So to come back here and I was playing for England in the November, out the team at Villa by the end of November, December time, and to come back here in January, I thought it would have been perfect for me to come back here. I'd grown in stature, I'd played a lot more games, I'd dealt with the pressure of the club a lot better, I was older. So for me, it was one of the hardest things to take.
So no regrets on that front, or there are regrets?
Oh, there's regrets that it didn't go through, but it was out of my hands. I think that's the most frustrating thing, when something's not in your hands, like Darren says there, you're waiting for a call from Rafa to hopefully get the move done, and suddenly it doesn't happen because they go and buy someone else. It's that initial phone call that gets you all excited, and then suddenly it's taken out of your hands.